Okay, so some things and people are very like exaggerating in nature. So they like blowing stuff out of proportion. Same as my laptop. It's like, I'm not sure. Makes more noise than my freezer here. So that's why I put it down today. So, hi. So my thing is here, back in another video. So today I'm going to talk about a simple thing. And it's not a simple thing. So I'm going to talk about why I'm not attending my graduation this year. And also try to review the degree that will be sort of conferred. Is it conferred? I think that's the word they use. Yes, this year. So, dear Fanele Sibonge, FS Makoba, that's what they wrote. Your graduation date, Monday, the 8th of April at 2 o'clock. Degree to be conferred, become accounting, congratulations on the successful completion of your studies. We look forward to your graduation and hope you'll help us towards making this a momentous occasion by complying to the following procedure. So this is what I'm supposed to do in order to sort of notify them that I'm coming to the graduation. So I'm not coming to the graduation, or I'm not going, so I'm not gonna adhere to the procedures and whatever. So reason for this, I think I've said it in the channel before. High learning. No, tertiary education, right? It's never been something that I've wanted to do. Most of my life, I've always wanted to be a pilot. And being a pilot does not involve being at the university. All I wanted was to do forensic science, computer science, forensic science, and be like a digital forensic scientist. That's what I wanted to do. So I would have done that course maybe towards my retirement. That was what the plan was, right? But that plan was sort of was destroyed when I didn't get the bursary, when there were no bursaries available. So I had to come to a university, got a bursary, got a degree, and that I'm supposed to go and graduate next month. I'm not going there, and that's part of the reason. Also, one other thing, tertiary education, like graduation, having a degree and all that stuff, I don't believe in it that much, right? I believe one can make their own path without being in this tertiary education thing. And sometimes, most of the time, with most people that I've been around with, it's education is everything to them, and that's hard to live with those people now, because all they talk about is this course or degree that they're doing, and it's all they're worried about. And their careers are all that's happening in their lives, and all there is to them, right? I think that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're coming from poverty. You want to get out of there as fast as possible. So tertiary education is one like most guaranteed way of doing that. And I think it's part of the reason it doesn't make me sad that I have a BCom degree, because if things go bad, because I'm still broke and I'm doing another degree as well. So if things go bad along the way, at least I have a degree. I can go and get a job and survive as a person. Okay, another thing that I wanted to do is sort of review my years, right? Okay, so I want to review my years. So first year, second year, and third year, sort of have a review, like a general outline. I think this should be the last time I'm speaking about this degree thing, because I've been milking it for years. Okay, let's log in. Okay, so one thing I need to explain before I even get into this thing is that I had a bursary, and this bursary entailed having tutors, extra tutorials, right? So maybe it was Monday to Friday, I think. So maybe we'll have lecturers and maybe third year students sometimes, or both of those. And so for a module, we'll have extra help every day, right? So, and that's part of the reason passing wasn't that hard to do, right? So it was my first time doing accounting. I didn't do accounting at high school, but I was able to pass, right? So the modules that were here, first year, there's ALC, Academic Literacy for Commerce. Here they're teaching you how to write English, proper construction of sentences, reports, writing all those stuff. That's where they teach you how to write. This module, it's one of the most draining thing in first year. One of the most draining things in first year, right? So this is the one module that you sleep at 3, try to finish the essays, reports and whatever. Business statistics. This one I didn't like because probability part of mathematics, I'm not sure, it hasn't been explained well to me, so I don't like that stuff. So that's why business statistics, we actually wrote an online test for the final test, and that's part of the reason I passed, because it was an online test. Economics, not bad economics, and there is nothing really happening there. So I think this is the reason I didn't get an A for this one, because I just didn't put it in that enough effort. But it's an easy module. I think looking at it now, all modules are easy when you've passed them. But this was an easy module and I was supposed to get an A. FIA, this FIA first semester, FIA second semester. I passed the first semester one. Second semester, I didn't get the 55. So I had to go through summer school. The tutor was very great. And then I came back and I passed. Then information systems, I passed that very well. I think information systems are relating to... Damn, this laptop is loud. Man. Okay, so yes, I passed that one relating to computers and all the stuff. So that's my stuff. It was easy to pass that one. Mathematics 1 to 6, easy maths. I passed that one. Then there is management, business management, those stuff, basic concepts, not very hard at all. Then mercantile law, that's commerce, all the things that are pertaining to law, how things are dealt with in commerce. That's what we did in 102. Wasn't bad. I passed as well. So moving on now to second year. Second year it was hard, right? So with second year, you think, okay, this is as hard as it's gonna get. I think you're writing almost every Saturday. So there was a test, 10 tests almost every Saturday. And that was how life was. So on a Friday, you would be studying. Saturday morning, 9 to 12, you're writing. Then you enjoy the day, you watch a series or whatever. Then the following week, you do the same thing. Most of the time, what we did with second year, we were banking a lot. So most of the classes, we wouldn't attend some of the classes. So let's say we're writing, let's say we're writing auditing, right? So if you're writing auditing this weekend, it means that most of the time it was that you're going to be tested on all the work you've covered up to the week before, right? So this week leading up to that Saturday, all the work covered in that week won't be in the test. So it will be the week before. So there wouldn't be any need to attend auditing that week, right? So that's what we did. We banked a lot of times. And sometimes if we were writing auditing this week and maybe we're writing management accounting the following week, we're not attending management accounting. And if you look at it, there is no need to attend auditing because we just wrote the thing. So it will be still far away to write the next term test. That's how it worked. So I think most of the topics here I didn't attend, so I was taught in the tutorials that I was talking about. They were very important. I think that's part of the reason I passed, mostly. Corporate and financial management. This was an easy module. Thing is, it was combined with what's this? There was management accounting, then there was corporate financial accounting. So this module was separated in two. There is the financing part, and then there is what is buying products, making product, manufacturing and whatever. And then this is financing. So these are operations, this is financing. Operations, buying, selling products and whatever. This is the easy pricing product. This is the easy part. It's logic most of the time. But this thing, the second part, which is financing, like shares, debentures, weighted average of what's this? Weighted average, cost of capital. I think all those things, DCF, so pricing shares and whatever. That was like valuing the company. That was the difficult part with this module. Wasn't it hard? Taxation, SARS always gets their money. And it wasn't very bad. There was ACC, where you learn Excel, you learn Pastel, and all those other nice things. Wasn't hard at all, but wasn't hard, but something that you could fail very easily, right? So you failed a lot. What else? Financial accounting, second year, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Then third year, I think I talked about third year, we're doing only 4 modules. It's supposed to be easy, most it's 4 modules, but man, that's hard. We have test weeks, so it's just a week where you're writing all 4 modules, right? 10 tests. That thing is very draining. So there are modules where I didn't pass the whole year. I think is it 1? I think it's 2 modules, FIA, financial accounting and auditing. I didn't pass the whole year, I think. But auditing, I did well in there was an assignment, group assignment. We did very well there. I think got a 78 or something. And then there was financial accounting. Financial accounting, the last test, it was very easy because it was 2 tests and I was very well prepared. So I was like, when I was writing the test, I felt that thing, man, I must pass here. But FIA was very difficult for me. Not difficult, but I didn't. See, with FIA, financial accounting and auditing, I understood most. I could explain the concepts and the reasoning behind why we do some of the things that we do there. But whenever it came to writing the stuff down or writing the way they wanted it to be written, man, it was always difficult. Then financial accounting, management accounting, very easy stuff for me, at least. But as I said, this thing is divided into 2. There is the financing part, then there is the costing part. The financing part is very difficult for me, but the costing part, manufacturing, whatever, buying and whatever, that one is a very easy part, and that's the part that I really like. So is this a good degree to do? Yes. Is it a good degree to do in 3 years? Not really, man. Unless you have this bursary I was talking about, which I don't think is taking in first years. Not sure. It's called Tutuga. So if you're not around here, you can check it out. So yeah, it's not a very good degree to do in 3 years, unless you want to be stressed out a lot. Then you can try your luck. I was lucky, I passed, obviously, in those 3 years. And then you're supposed to get 60, I think supposed to get 57.5 in order to qualify for an honors, right? My marks, the average was 55.75. So I was short of something like maybe 5-6 marks, something like that. And then, is it 5-6 marks? I think it's 2. I think it's 8 marks. I think I was short of 8 marks, and So I got 50-50 for other modules. Those 50s were supposed to go to 55. So something like a 10. Even though I would have qualified for the thing, I wouldn't have done honors. So it doesn't matter that much. So this is the last time I'm talking about econ accounting. Yeah, it's a very hard thing to get. So I respect everyone who passed and whatever, who's still struggling with it. And most of people, like, they are repeating third year in order to qualify for honors, because here if you only have the BCom degree, there isn't really that much that you can do unless you go through UNISA to get your honors, then go through to being a CA, and that's what most people want actually. Okay, this has been Somatekisi. Hope you enjoyed this one, and see you on the next video. Peace.